So in this case, we are previewing the same trail in a Google Earth, where you can tilt the 90-degree viewpoint to say, in this case, we're looking at the same landscape from like 45, 30-degree side view. And you can clearly see, right, that from this peak, we were nicely climbing down the valley. Here you can see like dense green. Dense green typically means that you're inside the valley. As you climb from the river up, you will have to climb through a couple of hundreds of meters of dense forest. Eventually you will reach the grassland here. You will be climbing up on this edge to the peak again. So like that you can very nicely see in a kind of a virtual representation, accurate representation, because these are photographic views which are projected on this 3D kind of topographic grid. You can see like a realistic view of your mountain, of your trail that you followed within this mountain range. I think we're almost there. Look again, the same thing. So this is again a realistic trail that we did. Probably now this is that 6-day trail, I think, close to 100 kilometers through the jungle. So again, you can see, right, that you can imagine that this 15 kilometers would have been much easier than the next 15 or 10 kilometers where we climbed on Batigoude all the way up very steeply. We came 980 meters. We came down again all the way, and we followed the stream. This is typically slow descent on the stream. Here you can see some ups and downs. These would have been waterfalls like 20 meters, 30 meters. And then we climbed the highest peak, very, very steep, a little bit down, go up again till roughly 1,367 meters. There must be some error here. So then we went to this, I keep forgetting the name of that second peak. Down again to the stream, follow the stream, very steep up to that Balikalu, that fourth peak which we covered. Then we got out of the hills, and here we kind of followed a jeep track that got us to the most nearby village. So this is again like a typical GPX file, which you can import in gpsvisualizer.com, and then you can convert it to any format, including this very useful altitude profile, which gives you a clear dissection, right? You're cutting the mountain in 90 degrees and you see how you climbed up and down through the mountains. Another interesting thing is, just like we are geotagging, geotagging means adding positional information, determining the exact position of your maps. Similar, I can add geotag, I can geotag my photos. As I was walking in that, again, same trail here on Batigoude, as I was walking along the stream, was climbing up, following the ridge up, and then going down on the other side, I was taking photos, right? It's always useful to see the photos, but it's even more useful to actually know where that photo was taken. So basically what we did here is we make sure that the time of the camera and the time of the GPS were matching. So we are taking photos, the camera will put some metadata in the photo, like what is the time. So and then when we come home, we take the photos on the laptop, we have the GPS trail which shows at every point where I am. At every point in time where I am, it shows where the photos also are taken at a certain time, so I can actually know where that photo was taken as I was moving along this trail, within, of course, the most 2 nearby pick points, which is pretty good because your GPS will at least be tracking putting a point, or a position point every 20 meters at least. So like this, actually you can create this Google Maps. Google Picasa album supports this map view. You can actually walk. And this is even cool, right? Because then you can actually walk through the trail and you can see all the beautiful scenes, the waterfalls, the campsite in the map itself. Okay, so this is geotagging photos. Maybe one last interesting thing I can show you is how to geotag in like a very kind of easy way, like in a visual way, without having to play around manually with all these latitude and longitude coordinates. So let's take a look at Google Earth. And before that, let me just take some bitmap somewhere. So say, for example, I have like a nice bitmap here, right? This will be useful for me, this topo map, to navigate in the field. So let me take a screenshot of this, print screen, I'll print screen. And let me now geo-reference this bitmap. Let me put this in the right position. Where exactly is this? So let me save this. I got this PaintShop Pro here. I'll just save this map. Let me cut it a little. I think we are not interested to know where this title bar is, obviously. So let me cut this useful piece and let me save it. My first topo. So saving this in some image format, and now I can go to Google Earth. Let me minimize this one. I think this will last 4 or 5 minutes, then we are done. So let me go to the Google Earth. This is something that I only discovered recently. I was not aware how long this existed. So in Google Earth now we can kind of put this bitmap in the right location. So let's start this thing. So Google Earth is the same as Google Maps, but kind of gives that 3D effect. One, secondly, it will also give you a clear grid of where you are. So at any position on where you point here on the map, like this white spot, you know exactly not only the latitude, longitude, but even the elevation. You know that, whoa, here it's 500 meters. As I go in the hills, it's going up 600, 700, 800, 900. And here I'm on top. Here I will always be between 800, 700 somewhere. I'm top of the range. If I go to the stream, obviously I'll be getting into the valley. See, 400 meters. Let me go into the stream. See, we're again looking at some it's very nice, right? You can almost see like a Grand Canyon. So you can see the stream going left and right and so. So even here, I mean, you could draw a trail. So you can see a stream at 387 meters. I can either go up left, boom, 800 meters, or I can go up right, boom, 800 meters. Same thing I actually saw on those topo maps with the lines. But here you can see it in a 3D way. So you can actually walk virtually to this stream. You can see it from different wind directions. So here I'm looking a little bit from up. I can actually reduce my angle. I can go lower. Look, I'm actually reducing my angle now. So and then I can, it's very, very convenient. You can zoom in a little bit. Let me go a little bit up again. Here the stream exits the mountain. So let me just follow the stream once. We're still okay with time. So okay, see, I can actually, let me switch off the grid. And let me switch off the sidebar. Voila. So I'm actually nicely moving. See, I'm nicely, this is how we trek. We basically start outside and we move inside the virtual terrain. After the trek, again, you download this GPX trail and you can view it here. And this is, of course, it's a bit of an approximation, right? The stream doesn't really go up the valley floor. But it's pretty good. So, I mean, like, so here again, you see, here you have a bit of an endpoint. Here it's a bit of a steep drop. Here we'll have to climb up. Actually get over a hill and then we get into the next valley here. Boom. So here again we're following the stream. Here again a bit climbing up, follow the stream still. Reflection of water possibly, or bare rocks in the sunlight. See, you can see, and you always see the scale here, it's fairly accurate scale. And then you can see, right, streams, side streams are coming in from different locations. Boom, boom. Because water, I mean, does not follow one way. So here you have a major stream coming in. Here you have another stream which is there. We can turn a little bit. See, and as you actually come to the top of the hills, it will become very open. You can easily exit the streams, right? Because the amount of water that gets collected on top is limited. Only as more and more water gets into the stream, the force of the water will increase, and then the stream will become, I mean, the water will actually cut deeper into the rock, and the stream will become deeper and deeper, and kind of so see, here you're actually coming on top of the hill, and then here you can see it's all bushy, fairly bushy, and then here you see the other side of the hill. So here again, on the edge of the hill again, you will always get these streams formation, which will be going in the valleys. Typically in Andhra, they do a lot of these dam constructions. So here we get into a dam, and then you can see here are the roads again, the villages and all that stuff. So Google Earth is quite nice, gives you a 3